Hello, everyone. This is Janet Cato of janetcato.com. I teach spiritual growth and intuitive and psychic abilities, and you can find out more about me there. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to these little spoken newsletters, you subscribe to me at janet.substack.com. Thanks so much to everyone who listens. I really appreciate your kind attention. I have taken a few weeks off. I've been a little bit busy with other things, so it's good to be back and speaking with you all again. I would like to talk a little bit about getting signs from Spirit or the universe. When we get a sign, it's usually an encouragement, support, or some kind of message, some external three-dimensional message telling us to keep going forward or affirming what we're having doubts about, guiding us forward on our path. Now, there are different types of signs. Some are numerical. I think the most common is 1111. And there is, like, people see 1111 all the time on the clock or on a timer or whatever. Okay, I guess I should confess, I'm not really that great with the number signs. They're, some people call them angel numbers or whatever. And to me, it just depends on your interpretation of it. You can look up what 1111 means and see if that rings true to you. But usually signs are very personal to you. They're very unique and personal to you. And so when we get a sign, it's telling us something that perhaps only we know what it means, like an inside joke from the universe, an inside joke between you and Spirit. So you can interpret it the way you like, but also you can also look it up to get a hint. If it's not really ringing true what you look up, then it may be not that thing. So some discovery will happen or some insight. You can ask for more information and keep asking to get more and more insight on it. And eventually the meaning of it will come to you. Although sometimes I can get a repeated number for years, not know what it means until the aha comes. And it can take a while. And it will repeat until you understand what it means. So, let's start with waking up with a song in your head. Occasionally, I'll wake up with some old song or some repeated phrase in a song over and over and over. And it can be stuck in my head for days until I get the message. When we're having difficulty understanding something, or we're asking for help with something, or asking for insight, like, why does that happen? Why does that always happen to me? What's going on? How can I change it? Or whatever goes on in your head. So those questions that you have running in your head, Spirit sometimes answers, or your intuition answers. Eventually, when you have a quiet moment and your intuition can get through, or Spirit can get through when that hamster in your head stops running and takes a breather, usually when we're sleeping or going to sleep or waking up. Now, the other times that this happens is when we are in a quiet state of mind, usually when we're doing something by rote, like driving, washing the dishes, taking a shower, things like that. So when we're doing something we can automatically do and shut our brain down, we can go into kind of a fantasy, or we let our mind wander around, and that's the quiet state of mind that Spirit says, oh great, we can get something to them now. So some people will have fantastic inspiration in the shower, fantastic inspiration while they're on their daily walk, and wonderful ideas and insights and answers to their problems when they're in that quiet state of mind. When we're fussing and focusing and when we're really carrying on about some problem and it's really running around in our mind, we can't get any message. We're not in a receiving state. And since we're not in a receiving state of mind, we can't get the answer. We can't get a message. We can't receive insight or inspiration. We are just running around. Our mind is just too busy. So when we relax the mind, inspiration can come in, spirit can get through, insight can come from our intuition, and we can get guidance and go forward. Again, this is usually when we are going to sleep or waking up or asleep. Sometimes we can get it during our sleep. We can wake up with the answer. We can go to bed with a terrible problem or a question and wake up with the answer in the morning. So this is a normal pattern. And the spiritual explanation for it is that we are getting insight from spirit. Now, that's the spiritual explanation. You can have whatever explanation you want. So, I think one of the most common signs is to wake up with a song in your head. Now, that song will continue to play in your head until you get the message. So usually spirit just keeps repeating until you understand in this way. So like I said before, with those numbers that are repeating for me, and I didn't understand what it was, once I understood what those numbers meant, I stopped seeing them. Now, so the same goes for songs. So if you wake up with a song in your head and it keeps repeating over and over and over again, and you can't stop it, look up the lyrics, ask what that means to you, ask what that's saying to you, ask how that's answering your question or giving you guidance forward. Sometimes we get messages because we are asking a question, and sometimes it's because we need a little support and guidance forward, or we need some inspiration for something new. The songs, and another really common one is animals and birds, butterflies, bees, lizards, snakes, whatever you see out in the world when you're out for a walk, or for some reason you're seeing some kind of animal and it is unusually close, or there's something unusual about it. I'm not talking about the typical animals that you see every day, or insects, or birds, or whatever that you would normally see every day. But I'm talking about something unusual. So this is also a sign from spirit. So if something comes up super close to you, it's a sign. Or if it's an unusual place or an unusual time. So the other night, I was thinking about something that I have no way to know that if it's real or not, and giving it a lot of thought. And it was late at night, and I suddenly heard a bunch of crows outside my window carrying on very loudly. And that to me was a sign that yes, stop fussing. It is what you think it is. Move on. Spirit will really help us overcome doubts this way. And when we have a doubt about something, or when we have a worry about something, or we're getting some kind of intuitive or psychic hit, intuitive knowing, some prediction that you can't prove, if you are getting some kind of message from spirit that you can't validate right in the moment, then you can ask for a sign to help you feel confident that what you're getting is correct. And for me, even as I was puzzling about this thing, and I heard the crows very loudly carrying on for quite a few minutes in the pitch black of night, it seemed that my answer had come, that I need not worry, that it is what I think it is. Although I did not ask for a sign. So, since I didn't ask for a sign, but I still got one, I am always asking for signs and help. So sometimes you don't have to ask for a sign to get one. But if you are concerned about something, that you're hoping will happen, but you don't know for sure it will happen, you can ask for a sign that it will happen and feel relaxed and confident that it's going to happen. When you see a type of animal, you can always look it up and see what that animal is. The medicine message of that animal is. You can look that up. But you also want to check to see what it means to you. So if you see a coyote, you can ask yourself what you associate with the coyote. Is it a Wile E. Coyote, something kind of a trickster? Is it a kind of a wild nature, a wild dog? How do you view coyote? And what does it mean to you? When you understand it, then you embrace it and you embody that energy. So let's do a little practice with Spirit and ask them for a sign that they're with you. We have done the yes or no sensation. So ask Spirit for something that you're needing or something you're worried about. So think about that thing you want, that thing you need, or that thing you're worried about. And ask Spirit for help in dealing with that. Make that request from your heart. So just quietly sit and close your eyes and ask Spirit for help with that thing you're wanting help with, or guidance for that thing that you want guidance for, or wisdom for that thing that you want to understand. Sit quietly for a moment and just think about that. Allow it to become fully formed. And once you ask them if they'll help you, now ask them to give you a sign that they are indeed helping you. But after you've asked and you're super clear with your asking, thank them. And also ask them that you don't miss the sign, that the sign is clear. We're going to ask for a 3-dimensional experience in this world that they are helping with that request. Now, I want you to feel gratitude like you've already gotten your sign. Give them thanks. And blow it out and let it go. So you can ask this for anything. Whenever I'm troubled about something, and I, even as connected as I am to Spirit, sometimes I still get in my doubts. I still have my ego to deal with, and my doubts, my fears, my worries. Those are all ego-based stuff. I still have that to deal with. And so when Spirit can influence the physical world to give you a sign that everything's going to be all right, it supersedes the fear that may be gripping you from the ego and give you confidence to go forward. You can also get signs from getting a random email or seeing something, seeing some post or picture or something like that. So be very open. I was thinking about, the other thing that happened recently, I was thinking about moving back to California. I'm here in New Mexico, near the mountains, kind of in the mountains really, very high up. Anyway, and I was just thinking about moving back to California, and in the moment that I had the thought, there was a seagull came flying by, and kept flying by in a nice circle for quite a while. So that was a confirmation that I was getting help and guidance to move back to California. I haven't yet got the directive or the memo when that's going to happen, but I will be doing it. Obviously, the seagull told me so. So be very open to this. Have fun with it. Have a conversation with the world around you. Receive messages from Spirit, the universe, and you'll find this place, this earth, is a magical place. Take care, everyone. Until next time.